Tara Westover was born in rural Idaho to strict, survivalist parents. Her father distrusted the government, hospitals, and public schools, so Tara never set foot in a classroom growing up. Her education was limited to helping her mother, an herbalist and midwife, and laboring in her father's junkyard, a place where accidents were common and danger was constant. She didn't have a birth certificate until she was 9. If she was injured, there were no doctors, only her mother's herbs and oils. And when violence erupted inside her home, especially at the hands of an abusive older brother, there was no protection. Her family denied, excused, or turned away from the truth. And yet, out of this world of silence and survival, Tara carved a path that would take her far from the mountains of Idaho into the classrooms of Brigham Young University, and eventually to Harvard and Cambridge, where she earned her PhD in history. Educated is the story of that transformation. But more than that, it's about the cost of self-invention and the courage it takes to step away from everything you've ever known. Here are 5 powerful, fleshed-out lessons from Educated. 1. Education is the act of becoming. For Tara, education was not just about learning subjects. It was about learning herself. When she first entered college at 17, she didn't even know what the Holocaust was, or who Martin Luther King Jr. was. She felt humiliated, out of place, and certain she didn't belong. But instead of giving up, she pushed through the shame and confusion, and in the process, discovered her own mind. She began to see the world differently, and more importantly, to see herself differently. This is what education truly is: the courage to grow beyond the limits others have placed on you, and to become who you are meant to be. 2. Love without protection can be destructive. Tara loved her family deeply, but that love often trapped her. When her brother Sean repeatedly abused her, physically and emotionally, her parents denied her reality, insisting that she was either exaggerating or making it up. They demanded loyalty to family over truth, forcing her to choose between belonging and survival. Tara's story shows that love, when it demands your silence in the face of harm, is not love that nurtures, but love that destroys. The lesson here is heartbreaking. Sometimes survival means breaking ties, even with those who raised you. 3. Memory and truth are fragile, but they matter. Tara wrestles with her memories: her father's accidents in the junkyard, Sean's cruelty, her mother's neglect. Because her family repeatedly insisted these things never happened, the denial made her doubt her own mind. But through journals she had kept, and through her determination to hold on to her truth, Tara began to trust herself again. This speaks to anyone who has lived through gaslighting or denial. Your memories matter, your truth is real, and claiming it is the first step toward healing. 4. Freedom demands sacrifice. Leaving her family was the most painful choice Tara ever made. By pursuing education, by speaking her truth, she paid the price of estrangement, losing the very people she once longed to protect her. It tore her apart, but it was the price of freedom. Tara's story forces us to face the reality that transformation often costs something: relationships, familiarity, belonging. But the price of staying small, silenced, and broken is far greater. 5. Self-creation is the highest form of education. Tara's journey, from a girl with no birth certificate, no formal schooling, and no access to doctors, to a woman with a PhD from Cambridge, is almost unimaginable. But what makes her story powerful is not just the degrees she earned, but the person she became. Through learning, questioning, and painful self-reflection, she created herself anew. That is the ultimate lesson of Educated, that education is not confined to classrooms or diplomas. It is the lifelong act of shaping who we are, even if it means building ourselves from the ground up. In the end, Educated is a universal reminder of the courage it takes to step beyond the boundaries of your upbringing, your pain, or your circumstances, and claim the right to your own mind, your own truth, your own life.